sprouting family trees. What is a family? Let's take a look. Let's listen to a story and find out what a family is. Families by Shelley Rotner and Sheila M. Kelly. There are all kinds of families. Some families are big and have cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and even great-grandparents. Some are small. Sometimes the people in a family look alike. Sometimes they don't. Some families have children born to them. Some adopt. Some children have one parent, some have two, a mom and a dad, or two moms or two dads. Others have a grandparent, an aunt, or an uncle living with them. The people in a family may not all live in the same place. When members of a family live far away, they like to visit. They get together at celebrations and reunions. Families have fun. Being together. They help one another. People in a family love and care about each other. There are many different kinds of families. What about yours? Let's think about your family. Parents, we need a piece of paper and a pencil for this part. Who's in your family? Write down everyone that you can think about. Who are your parents? That's your mommy and your daddy. Do you have any siblings? What are their names? That would be your sister and brother. Can you name your aunts, uncles, cousins? Do you have any nieces or nephews? Your grandparents? Or any of your ancestors, your great-grandparents or your great-great-great-grandparents? Are you ready for some art? We're going to make a family tree. Our art word for this project is texture. Say it with me. Texture. Texture can be seen or felt. Textures can be rough or smooth, hard or soft. Texture does not always feel the way it looks. Touch your face and then touch your clothes. Think about the texture.
Here's some more. You need small twigs that you can wrap around foil. This is a good one if you like it.
The first thing that you want to do is take your cardboard box and pull it apart. Find the seam, find where it first connects. Open it up and make it flat. The next part is to take where it is folded, and you can cut on the seam, or if your box is thin enough, you can tear it. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to tear, because I know some of you might not have scissors at home. So you can just tear it with your fingers on the fold. The next thing that you want to do is take the part that you just tore and roll it. Roll it so that it fits inside of your paper towel or your toilet paper roll. Make sure that it's round, and if you need to, you can use something that is round and roll it around it. Once it's rolled, insert it into the paper towel roll. And it should look like this. Roll it, go all the way up until you get to the edge where you've cut. Where you've cut, make all your pieces come out kind of like a flower so that it will stand. Now you'll use your foil. You'll use your foil to wrap around the base of your tree. Now remember the word texture. It doesn't have to be all the way smooth. Remember, a bark of a tree is kind of bumpy. So you can take your foil and wrap it around. Once you wrapped it around, take your hand and kind of guide it around your tree so that it will stay in place. Once it's tight enough where you can stand it up, make the legs come out, push down gently a little. Push down. And where it stops, I want you to tear. Or if you have scissors, you can cut it. Inside of your tube, you need somewhere for the twigs to go or your branches to go. So we're going to take part of our cardboard and we're going to roll it up and place it in so that the insides have a place to stand and support it. Take your cardboard and now we're going to roll it. If you have a pencil, you can wrap it around that pencil. Roll and roll and roll. This is going to go inside of your tree. Once you put it in, it'll open up like that. Here's a strip that I can take my foil that I didn't need. I can take it and wrap it around it. I only need a little bit. Now remember guys, you don't have to do all of this on one day. You can take a whole week and work on it step by step. Somewhat folded in half. You can take your foil and wrap it around. Now don't put it straight down. Don't put it straight down. You want to take it and put it at a put it at a diagonal and wrap it around like that. But definitely do it tight so that you wind up with a stick that looks silver. so that you winds up looking something like this. And you can take it and you can insert it in the part that you don't need. Just tear it off. And you can start to build your tree like this. So remember, on the inside, you have layers, and you can insert it into any layer that you would like. So that's one part. And then you keep going. Now, once you have at least 5 to 7 pieces of cardboard wrapped, then you can start to add smaller branches onto it. So here's one that's completely wrapped, and then I started to add another branch. All I did was I took my foil, and I can take this and wrap this around here, just like I did before. Wrap it all the way around. Remember, you can bend these to fit it the way you need it to. You can add more foil. Now, hopefully your parents will let you use this as much as you need. Wrap, 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 wrap. Then I can take this and I can also wrap this around my tree branch. Up. Like wrapping a Band-Aid. Wrap it so that it is secure, because the next step is to add some leaves. Those twigs that you got from outside, you can wrap them as well. I like to use these as weights in the middle. These, if you bend them, they will snap. These, you can continue to bend them, so you can wrap as many twigs as you need for your cardboard to bend with the cardboard, and then use these in the middle as a weight. Take the leaves that you rubbed, and now you can write those family members. So I can write my name, and I'm gonna write me. Then I can take my mother's name, and I can write mom. And so on, and so on, and so on. If you'd like, you can go over it with black Sharpie. They'll show up a lot better once you put them in black Sharpie. Once you've written all the names all over your leaves, you can cut them out. Remember, if you don't have scissors, you can cut them out. Take your pinchers and go on the outline. They look more like leaves if you tear them. Lots of school going on in the background. And here's my other leaf. Once you have all your leaves, you can If you don't have scissors, take one end of it, fold it, and tear just a pinch of it to make an opening, because that's where we're going to insert your twig. Just like that. Once you have that, you can either fill up your tree without the leaves and then start to insert the leaves, or you can fill up your tree and then add the leaves last. I'm going to show you my tree next. Boys and girls, here's my tree. See the inside? I've placed all the twigs on the inside, stuffed them in. And then I've gone around and I've attached my leaves. I can't wait to see what you all have come up with. I hope that you enjoyed the lesson, learning about family trees and texture. Until the next time,